Anchor Home presents the News Hour at 10 with Arnab Goswami.
And debating on the one side tonight, and I hope they're ready to debate this Tuesday evening, Nalin Kohli of the BJP, RSN Singh and Ratan Sharda leans towards the RSS on the one side tonight. On the other side, we have Waris Pathan, MLA of the AIMIM, Asaduddin Owaisi's party, which has obviously politicized this quite openly. Gaurav Bhatia, who's also asking questions. I have more questions for him than he has on this subject. Navaid Hamid, President of the All India Muslim Majlis-e-Mushawarat, and John Dayal, activist and former Secretary General of the All India Christian Council. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Are we ready to debate tonight? And which side would like to open the debate this evening? I'm going to start by asking Gaurav Bhatia. Gaurav Bhatia, would you take responsibility if there was no action on the intelligence alert and there had been a major terrorist strike? Would Gaurav Bhatia, Mulayam Singh Yadav or Akhilesh have taken responsibility for a terrorist strike had it happened? Now that you've openly politicized it, would you have taken responsibility if these 8 terrorist suspects who were on the run, there was an intel alert about them about a further strike? What do you expect the security forces to do? Sit down and hand them roses?
Arnab, first of all, I welcome you back on Times Now.
Thank you.
Been missing you.
Thank you.
I would first of all like to say our heart goes out to Mr. Ramashankar Yadav, the constable who died while serving the state and the country. And there is no doubt about the sense of duty that he showed while serving the state. However, I have a few questions to ask, and I think the BJP representative, Mr. Nalin Kohli, since he will be representing the government also, I presume, will answer those. First is, why were the CCTV cameras in the prison not working when it is such a highly sensitive zone? Second, 35 hardened criminals were kept in a cell that could accommodate only 7 to 8 people. Third, the night patrolling at the prison was discontinued. Mr. Nalin Kohli has to tell us why. And fourth and most important, the guard deputed at the rooftop for a wide-angle view was absent.
I have a counter question for you, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia. Gaurav, listen. Gaurav, listen to me. No, 1 second. Gaurav, listen to me tonight, okay? First of all, I want to keep a time limit on the questions. Otherwise, you see, Gaurav.
I didn't ask you this question.
No, Gaurav, you did. No.
I know you can defend the BJP
No, 1 second, Gaurav Bhatia. I still exercise the right to ask you counter questions
I will raise one by one each
Gaurav, now listen. Gaurav, listen. Open debate tonight. It's 9:13. I'm sure you want answers. I have 1 or 2 counter questions for you. Just take in the questions because I don't think you'll be able to answer the questions immediately. But you must
let tonight. The BJP has to answer for all the lapses.
I have just one. I have one question from you tonight. I have one question.
How is it? No, Arnab, just listen.
Gaurav, now listen. Now hear me,
I think we will have a meaningful
Now hear me. There are 2 options now. Okay.
35 jailbreaks in Madhya Pradesh in the last 18 years. Second highest in the country. Why is it happening in Madhya Pradesh?
Okay.
Why can't they improve the security? Why can't they take care of the hardened criminals who are behind bars? Why can't they be
Gaurav, you see, if you want to compete, please hear me on this, and I just want you to give me and the viewers just a 30-second opportunity for also having our voice heard on the program. But Gaurav, listen. You can't carry on like this and not listen to me at all. Please hear me on this, okay? First 7 minutes on the debate only to you. Now you have to listen to others. I have just 2 questions tonight, and then I'll let Nalin take it. The debate will be open.
2 minutes.
Okay, now listen, Gaurav. Since you're not stopping, you have a stopwatch with you. You want to time? You want to time my question? Time it now. Question number 1 is question 1.
Answer your question.
Question 1.
Yes.
And listen to it, okay? First and foremost, will you take responsibility for the fact that you did not apprehend these suspects earlier when some of them were in Bijnor, Uttar Pradesh in 2014 learning how to make bombs? It has been reported in the Indian Express and several other publications that they escaped from Bijnor after an accidental explosion. Check your facts on that. What locus standi do you have to raise questions over the encounter or to call for a judicial probe when in 2014 it was revealed that as per the NHRC, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, there were 1,788 fake encounters in Uttar Pradesh between 2002 and 2013, including 261 in 2006 alone when Mulayam Singh Yadav was Chief Minister. Where was your concern for human rights then? Don't be an opportunist on these issues, Gaurav, on the program.
Now, can I answer?
Now we'll get the
Now
counter.
I will answer.
No. One
Can I
second.
answer?
You will answer, but after a while, one second.
Let me answer.
You will answer, but Gaurav, Nalin will respond to you, and then the debate goes on. Nalin's turn.
UP, especially the
Nalin's
Samajwadi Party, has always
Nalin's
been
turn on the
concerned
debate.
about
Nalin's
human
responding,
rights.
and the debate is open. Let's have everyone on the screen, please. Nalin Kohli is
Mr.
responding.
Bhatia has a case of mistaken identity.
Yeah.
I'm sure he would not like to be Nalin Kohli on the show. So let's get back to a few things. I think asking questions in a democracy is not wrong. But there has to be a sense of proportionality also. There's just a cursory paying homage to the cop who was killed when these people made good their escape. And this is the pattern that we are seeing relentlessly being followed.
It's not cursory.
Whether it is taking place in terms of Batla House, whether it takes place to those in JNU who stand and say Bharat ke tukde ho jayenge, Afzal hum sharminda hai, tere qatil zinda hai, run down the whole rule of law. There will be a disproportionate, immediate millions of words will be used in support of the rights of such people. Gaurav, it's extremely rude. I don't think you would like to paint yourself as a rude person on television. You are otherwise very polite. So I think why don't you behave in that polite mode instead of picking up the party lingo of rudeness?
No.
So therefore, coming back further to what I'm saying, that in this entire thing, words and wisdom will come in support of all these things, but never would they consider the impact of what they are saying in terms of how it will hurt the morale of the police force, of those who are coming in there.
Debate is open tonight. I'd like to get everyone into the debate. I think both are speaking over each other. It's a good time to get the others in. And my question is tonight, right now.
Are you embarrassed?
My question.
Are you embarrassed because Mulayam Singh Yadav for rapists, boys will be boys. So SIMI boys can also go and
at this point, Nalin Kohli will take on Waris Pathan.
Is that exactly how the Samajwadi Party's politics is? Ladke to ladke, rape bhi kar sakte, bam bhi bana sakte.
Trial persons are not put to trial. Rather, they are shot cold-blooded. This is state-sponsored terrorism. And there are enough questions that have been raised and you've failed miserably tonight to answer even one of them. And that is why
are you saying that democratically elected government of the state of Madhya Pradesh is a terrorist government?
Yes,
do you even realize what you're saying as a lawyer?
Okay,
as someone who represents the state of Uttar Pradesh in the court?
These accused
what are you saying? State-sponsored terrorism. Have you lost control in terms of the terminology that you should for a democratically elected government? I'm sorry to say, this is the kind of thinking that breeds terrorism in our country.
These are all encounters which are dubious encounters, and for the sake of fairness, I think there should be a judicial probe.
So why don't you even condemn the 260 odd encounters under Mulayam Singh Yadav's government in Uttar Pradesh before crying these crocodile tears?
You have your facts wrong, and
I have 1 second. No, on that, Gaurav Bhatia, I need to come in. Gaurav, 1 second. 1 second. Waris Pathan is coming in on that. Gaurav Bhatia, factually incorrect. Gaurav Bhatia, factually incorrect, and now I need to get others into the debate. Ratan Sharda is on the debate tonight. Waris Pathan is on the debate. I'd like to encourage everyone else also to come into the debate because the debate is not between two people. I'm just telling you out here.
I have one simple
okay,
point.
Ratan Sharda is on the debate, please. Ratan Sharda.
I have one question for Nalin. Nalin just now said that
these
the Jawan was killed. We condemn the death
Mr.
of Mr.
Pathan
Yadav
can be allowed
who
to
was
speak.
killed.
Mr. Pathan, why is it?
For the death of
why is
Mr.
it the
Yadav?
same gang of
because
people
of your misgovernance,
who were defending
because
Yaqub
of your
Menon,
government,
who were defending Afzal Guru, who were talking of Ishrat Jahan, their Beti? Why the same gang is always supporting these activities?
Arnab, allow me to speak.
Can he answer me?
Gentlemen, first of all, you decide what's a Waris Pathan.
Military.
Ratan Sharda, just wait a while. Wait a while. Ratan Sharda, wait a while.
I am saying, Arnab, my basic point is the source of this query is wrong. These are the same people who said Afzal Guru was held wrongly, even though it was their government. Those people petitioned for Yaqub Menon. Those people petitioned for Ishrat Jahan. Same people raised doubts about all military action.
Answer to my question, Mr. Sharda.
Before this video came,
because of the misgovernance of the BJP government, the government of the day.
These were people
and their
who were jailbreakers. These were people who were terrorists, who had killed policemen, who had been part of the train terror accidents. Same people who cut throat of that police wala. Now you will say that police wala was sacrificed to prove that it was an encounter. It's a shameless.
Okay, I have Ratan Sharda, 1 minute. Ratan Sharda, 1 minute. One minute. I know. Okay, now I want Waris Pathan on the left and Ratan Sharda, please be quiet for a while. I will RSN Singh on the other side, please. Please listen to me. Don't speak over each other. Don't speak over each other. Don't speak over each other. Now listen to me. Waris Pathan, Waris, take a break.
What I want to bring before
Arnab, do you know?
I want to bring a very important point before the nation.
Waris Pathan.
Arnab, do you know? Jail.
No,
it was having 38 hardcore
Arnab,
criminals.
do you know why the politicians and others are so rattled?
I want to ask. May I? Waris Pathan. Waris Pathan, wait a while. Yeah, wait a while. Relax. Wait a while, Waris. I'm asking you a question. Now, if you want to make a speech, you'll have to go to a political rally. 1 minute. RSN, wait. Waris Pathan, first you have to be quiet and listen to my questions. One by one, I'll ask you questions. One by one, you will reply. But I must tell you, Waris Pathan, don't make your replies more than 30 seconds. Okay? Then the questions are going to, it makes sense for the viewer. If you want to continue like that, then it's not right. You're not competing here, in that sense. Waris Pathan, you have, now be very factual in your reply. You have invoked the video in circulation to claim that the encounter may not have been genuine and there needs to be a judicial probe. The only question today that the nation wants to know is how can you vouch for the authenticity of the video when you have not seen the entire sequence of events but only selective clips? Question number 1, please tell me.
My answer to this question is very, very clear. We have seen the video, though the authenticity is not yet there, but there.
Oh, so the authenticity. Okay, fantastic. No. Once
recorded the entire.
No. 1 second. 1 minute. Now you are caught in a trap.
Standing there, and the policemen are with the gun, and not only that. You allow me to make my point. The IG says that they were carrying spoons. They were not having any arms, Mr. Arnab Goswami. Then why did the police not make efforts to arrest them? Bring them to court, make them most heinous punishment should be given to them.
This is great logic.
You cannot take law into your own hands.
This is great logic. Okay, Waris, now time is up. Waris, you got to stop when I tell you. Waris, you got to stop when I tell you. Waris, you got to stop when I tell you. That's the rule of engagement.
Okay.
I've come back after a few days, but that doesn't mean you can walk all over me. So just wait a while. First of all, RSN, before I come to you, Waris Pathan makes an interesting observation, viewers. He said the policemen were with guns. What does Waris Pathan and Asaduddin Owaisi expect policemen to carry? School bags. I mean, this is the most foolish comment that I've heard in a long time. Question number 2, and this is on this question. No. 1 minute. Just wait a while. I haven't finished with you. Because I have to break down through your incredulous logic. Mr. Pathan, it is interesting that you are taking the video at face value. Viewers, please remember, Waris Pathan and Asaduddin Owaisi are taking the video at face value. Let me remind you that it was widely reported in January 2013 that Akbaruddin Owaisi, the brother of your party leader Asaduddin Owaisi, told the police that the videos relating to his hate speech were doctored and the voice in that video was not his. That was widely reported then. If that is the case, why were you not willing to take the hate speech video at face value? You will take the encounter video at face value, but you will not take the hate speech video of Akbaruddin Owaisi at face value. Why are you jumping the gun on this one? Why are you breaking your own rules? Why, I'm sorry to say, are you being a hypocrite in this matter?
He was put in jail, he's out on bail, and the matter
I'm sorry, I'm on the fundamental issue. RSN is back on the debate. No, you have no answer on that one. RSN is on the debate tonight. Let's get RSN, and you have not answered my question well on that.
Follow the due process of law.
What due process of law? You did not take the Akbaruddin Owaisi video at face value, but you are taking this video at face value. I want to know why. RSN is responding to you tonight. RSN is responding now. RSN is responding now.
The same thing to happen here. Let the due process
RSN.
And let the culprits be booked.
Arnab, now let me put things in perspective. why some politicians are so rattled, so nervous, is because the leader of that gang, which effected a second escape, the first one in 2013 was as important, let me tell you, repeat this, as important as Yaqub Menon. He was a pivot of proxy war, the entire jihadi network. And when he effected escape in 2013 and when he was again caught in 2015, within these 2 years, do you know what all he did? He set up sleeper cells in 14 states. He robbed a bank in Karimnagar and then financed the setting up of the Bardwan unit of the jihadis. Then he effected a link with the Maoists, between the jihadis and the Maoists. Then he caused that blast on Bangalore Guwahati Express. And sir, most importantly now, why they are so rattled? He is the man who financed the assassination attempt on Mr. Narendra Modi in Patna. Do you know that? So that is why all these guys you see, he financed Haidar Ali to carry out this assassination.
Navaid Hamid, I want to answer to that. Navaid Hamid, Waris Pathan.
These fellows are so rattled. And let me tell you, today the biggest jihadis in this country, the biggest enemies, the biggest agents of proxy war are people sitting in Luton's Delhi. Those lecherous politicians who come out after every blast, who come out after every escape and question the country. Their masters, their political masters are they are very clever. They speak with a forked tongue. They keep all these family-oriented parties, they keep their children for that stratospheric level of politics, but use some of these lecherous politicians to lambast
John
the government.
Dayal, Navaid Hamid, I think you need to respond. The question is...
If a politician who accuses the state of Batla House encounter, if he accuses of 2611, why doesn't his master endorse the same view? Because the master is as lecherous as that subordinate politician. And this is what is happening in this country. Ladies and gentlemen of the country, you have suffered Sarojini, you suffered Jaipur, because these are the very lecherous politicians who caused it. They are the agents of
John Dayal is responding and Navaid Hamid is to respond. I need to get everyone on the debate now. It's 9:28, please. One second. One second. John Dayal, you want to come in because I thought Navaid Hamid was taking that.
Yes, sir. No, I want to come.
You want to come in? Okay, go on.
Yeah. It is wonderful to see
you will have the same faces. You will have the same faces questioning after every blast, after every jail escape.
Mr. RSN Singh has almost convinced me. Let him tell this to the Human Rights Commission. Full stop.
Human Rights Commission?
The National Human Rights Commission.
Okay. And can I ask you just a simple question here? No. One second.
John साहब, वो यादव का भी human rights सोच लो.
गुरुदेव उसका तो सोच ही रहे हैं.
नहीं सोच रहे हैं.
I am worried about you.
No.
I am worried about you. Don't get so excited. It's good.
No, John Dayal is a serious subject.
So apoplectic.
John Dayal is a serious question. I don't want you to trivialize it on the program. Am I clear?
But you're talking of lecherous.
No, 1 second.
What is lecherous?
One second.
I'm making a very serious point. Very serious
I am
point.
Asking you
politicians
to please
cannot
tell
be
the government.
using Pak-sponsored proxies for electoral politics. For elimination of the rivals. We have arrived at this stage. And that is why that lecherous politician, after every blast or after every incident of this sort you see, he's an overdrive.
No, watch out. John Dayal, what I cannot accept tonight. 1 minute. 1 minute, the debate is open. I need others also on the debate. 1 second.
John Dayal, they don't know
RSN, now we are on the core issue.
Now
we are on the core issue.
They are so so beholden to their masters in Pakistan. That is why they allude Hafiz Saeed as Hafiz Saab.
Just a minute. The question is to Navaid Hamid now.
Now convince the National Human Rights Commission.
One second. John Dayal, you cannot have the option. And Navaid Hamid, one cannot have the option. One cannot have the option anymore in this country. If I may. Ratan Sharda, 1 minute. You see, just think about it logically. Just think about it logically. John Dayal, don't complete my statements. Question is, you people, the usual suspects, always make a mention.
Usual suspect. Don't use this phraseology.
I will use the phraseology, and you can't stop me from doing it. If I call you usual suspects, I do.
I will try to stop you.
Well, I will, John Dayal. I'm sorry, but the usual suspects, I will repeat the word again, even if you don't like it. The usual suspects.
I will try to make you...
John Dayal, remember this, John Dayal. The usual suspects must speak about the human rights of Head Constable Ramashankar Yadav, whose throat was slit by terror suspects. They should talk about the human rights of Ramashankar Yadav. His son served in the Indian Army. His daughter was due to be married in a few weeks. He worked night shifts. He did not celebrate Diwali because of his duty. He did not celebrate Diwali because of his duty. He kept a watch on terror suspects. You can't mention the human rights of Ramashankar Yadav in passing. Yes, Navaid Hamid, please. Navaid Hamid. The debate is open. Navaid Hamid.
Arnab, I'm sorry. Indian Army is not in picture in this episode, in this sad episode. Number one. Number two, you have allowed RN, who was former intelligence officer, and who now, sorry?
In Bangladesh.
In Bangladesh, and who now gets, perks on this show, and he's on your side. That's good. Sorry?
Are you prompting each other, gentlemen?
And he shouts. We are not here. We are not here to hype the frenzy. We are not here to hype the frenzy. What John Dayal had said has a valid point. NHRC of this country, NHRC, National Human Rights Commission, has issued notice to Madhya Pradesh government. If John Dayal is asking that RN should speak and respond to NHRC, what is wrong in that? What is wrong in that? Does NHRC belongs to some other country?
Okay, here's a counter to you. Navaid Hamid, your organization.
Nothing wrong. We are just saying.
RSN, just a minute. Now listen to me, Navaid Hamid. And John Dayal, why are you prompting Navaid Hamid? He can speak for himself.
I can't hear properly. Was there a personal comment made against me?
He's not Arnab. Okay. Arnab, I think you should not be
No.
I wish you were sitting here. You're in Bombay. I can't even shake your hand.
Okay, one second, gentlemen, 1 second. Serious question, and Nalin Kohli and Gaurav can come back to the debate, but this question is to Navaid Hamid, and then feel free to come in, Nalin, Gaurav Bhatia, others. First and foremost, Mr. Navaid Hamid, 1 sec. First and foremost, Navaid Hamid, it is no surprise that you have questions over what has happened here. You know why? Because your organization, the All India Muslim Majlis-e-Mushawarat, had passed a resolution on 13th of December 2008, right? About 2 weeks after the 26/11 attack, calling for a high-level investigation into the Batla House encounter. In June 2013, your organization's president continued to claim that the encounter was fake. The Delhi High Court has stamped its approval on the NHRC report. Since you quote the NHRC, the Delhi High Court had stamped its approval on the NHRC report that the encounter against the Indian Mujahideen terrorists was genuine. Since you quote the NHRC. But despite that, you defied the NHRC. You disrespected the NHRC. You walked all over the NHRC. You showed contempt towards the NHRC when you continued to question what happened despite the involvement of a terror module of the Indian Mujahideen in the incident. A court convicted Indian Mujahideen operative Shahzad Ahmed for his killing of Inspector Mohan Chand Sharma in the 2008 Batla House encounter case. Why was there this eagerness to give the benefit of doubt to terrorists? So I'm not surprised. Because yours is a political line. Navaid Hamid. You're not even being rational and logical about what you're saying today.
Not at all.
No, I have given you 4 factual counters, sir, and you know you don't have an answer on either.
How you can say that? How you can say that?
Which of my facts is incorrect?
Don't shout.
Which of my facts is incorrect?
Don't shout.
Which of my facts is incorrect?
I would respond now. Don't shout.
I'm not shouting. I'm saying affirmatively. Which of my facts is incorrect, sir?
Of course you're shouting.
I'm saying which of my facts is incorrect? John Dayal, I'm asking him.
Don't shout.
Which of my facts is incorrect?
But you're still shouting.
Prove me factually incorrect.
Don't shout. Ask your questions politely. I would respond to that.
Answer the question. Which of my facts is incorrect?
My submission is, Arnab, that not only All India Muslim Majlis-e-Mushawarat, but a host of political parties, political leaders, a host of human rights organizations, even the international human rights organizations have questioned Butler House encounter. If NHRC
question is open. Counter coming in from Nalin Kohli raises hand. The debate is open again.
Why you don't wish to
You see, the problem is the bullet that killed Mohan Chand Sharma was actually something that came out of air. So a policeman dies. That is not enough for anybody. Everything else again that happens is immediately something that should be immediately politicized. The basic problem here is at the time when India is a victim of... Let me just finish my point. The problem is when Pakistan is supporting terrorism in India, when the country has a resolve to fight it, when every day our jawans are dying, our police officers are dying, at that time you have people like all of them, including Digvijay Singh, who's Rahul Gandhi's political guru, saying that why is it only Muslims get killed? Why are you politicizing it? Are we going to divide the country now on the basis of how you're fighting terrorism on a Hindu-Muslim line? Isn't this a matter of great shame? Do you mean to say that Muslims don't die in terrorist attacks? Do you feel that the minute a terrorist is killed, if he's a Muslim, you must bring in the NHRC, everything, and try to create problems? What about then the cop who dies? Why is it that you will not have words to speak for a cop who dies in Madhya Pradesh whose throat is split, but you don't have anything to say for the partner person Mohan Chand Sharma? Because immediately you are making it a communal agenda. You are going against the Constitution of India. You are absolutely communal in that approach.
Of Samjhauta blast. Why? Is that not
now listen, gentlemen, I have a problem. I have a problem.
Whenever something comes
I have a problem. One second. Okay. Navaid Hamid. First of all, see, at this point of time, you are making your point affirmatively. When you make your point affirmatively,
you'll say we reject it.
Arnab, allow me to come in. I will show how the MP government has been careless in its approach, and the guilty official should be punished. Arnab, allow me just one minute.
Of course, the MP government is nowhere near Gaurav Bhatia, Samajwadi Party government's efficiency, because the jails of Uttar Pradesh are absolute icons of great development.
Please. Now, okay, thank you for comment. Listen to me now. 35 jailbreaks, the second highest.
The maximum overcrowding of under trials is in Uttar Pradesh.
Rajasthan. Now listen, Nalin bhai, you'll have to listen to me. Then I'll start responding to your queries. Please, just allow me. A Supreme Court judgment, PUCL versus State of Maharashtra, Arnab, delivered in 2014, makes it mandatory that where a firearm is used and a person dies, then an FIR has to be registered against these police officers. I would like to ask Mr. Nalin Kohli, that has been done or not. A magisterial inquiry in such an encounter case, according to the Supreme Court, is a must. Has that been done or not? And I asked him earlier, how is it that the CCTV
would you like to also read the judgments on under trials and their conditions and what Uttar Pradesh has done so far?
See, Mr. Nalin Kohli, I am directly
or that also,
the judgment on the point.
Boys will be boys, under trials will be under trials, and police can go out and collect the buffalo.
Come on, you are not talking like a lawyer tonight. I am very saddened by your comments. I am quoting the judgment of the Supreme Court.
Very saddened. If speaking the truth saddens you, I have saddened you further.
Have you ordered a magisterial inquiry? And your own Home Minister says, Nalin bhai, I am not saying, he does not dispute the videos. At least the videos should be sent to the forensic lab for authenticity. But they raise a reasonable doubt.
How do you know they may not have been sent already? Why do you make an assumption always against the police? Why is your assumption always that the police is only doing a job right? But you will never have an assumption that the terrorist who has been killed is a terrorist. You will never have an assumption that the terrorist who killed a person before he escaped from the jail should have been punished. You will never have an assumption that the terrorist was carrying a gun. You will never have an assumption that the terrorist out there could have gone and done a bomb blast. You will never have an assumption that the terrorist was out there to murder or assassinate somebody.
All right, Gaurav Bhatia, time for a counter question from me tonight. 9:40 p.m. I have a counter question for Gaurav Bhatia. Gaurav Bhatia, hold your thoughts, Gaurav. Hold your thoughts, Gaurav. Hold your thoughts. Hold your thoughts. I've given you an uninterrupted run and I want to stop you right then, and I want a specific answer to a specific question, and the viewers want to see you answer specifically to my specific question right now, sir. So when I ask you the question, pull back, listen to what I'm saying, listen to every word, and then respond factually.
Why aren't you asking Mr. Nalin Kohli your tough questions tonight?
One second. Because I'm clear about it.
Why?
Because I'm clear about it. Because I'm clear about one thing. One second.
One second. In every case, why is it that always the fight of terror has to be compromised for community?
Nalin Kohli and Gaurav Bhatia, pull back. Nalin Kohli and Gaurav Bhatia, this is an attempt at diverting the debate. Please, gentlemen, listen to me.
Oh, so Digvijay Singh's comment, have you condemned it?
Gentlemen, now listen to me. Listen to me, please. Peace between both of you for a minute.
Just because Mulayam Singh Yadav ji is now going to probably have a tie-up with the Congress party, you won't even immediately call Digvijay Singh's comment a communal comment.
Can you gentlemen pull back?
Go ahead and say that Digvijay Singh's comment is communal. You won't have the guts to say it, I guarantee you.
I condemn his comment, Nalin bhai. Digvijay Singh should
Congratulations, but have you taken permission of your leadership?
Comment.
Okay, now Gaurav, we're not wasting time, and here's the question to you. If you want to listen. If you don't want to listen, Gaurav, I'll move on, but otherwise you'll have to listen to the question, and I want a specific reply. The question is, it is quite curious that you are willing to even consider giving the benefit of doubt to the terrorist suspects from your own argument, in this case, but not the police. I want to ask you tonight very specifically, don't dodge.
No, that's not correct.
Don't dodge, don't heckle in the middle of the question, don't start speaking when I haven't asked the question, but listen, pause, think, then respond. Did you give the benefit of doubt to the criminals when 2 of them were killed by the Uttar Pradesh police in 2012 in the Mao district of Uttar Pradesh after they held a family hostage inside the house? Did you call for a judicial probe against your own police then? No. Did you give the benefit of doubt to 2 dreaded criminals? Rahul, I haven't finished my question, and I know you're stopping me because you know that because if I continue with my question, I will pulverize your logic.
I'm asking you the date and particulars of the incident.
Yeah, April 18, 2012.
April 2012, you were saying the government was just sworn in at that time. The SP government.
Okay, fine. It was
sworn in March 2012. Every incident where there is a doubt, we have ordered judicial probe.
Wrong. Factually wrong. And I haven't finished the question. Did you give the another example? Right. Another example I pick up right now, Gaurav. The debate is proceeding well, but I need to have you on the second question as well. Viewers, hear me. Navaid Hamid wants to come in. Navaid, what's your point? Navaid Hamid wants to come in. I see Navaid Hamid is coming into Gaurav's defense. Yes, Navaid Hamid, what's your point? You're not letting me interrogate Gaurav.
Why don't you question
the 2 terrorists have taken hostage of a family, how you can equate this incident, Bhopal incident, to that UP incident of 2012? How you can?
Okay, can I tell you one thing? Can I respond to that? Can I respond to that? Can I respond to that? Because my firm suspicion, and I'm going to say it clearly and openly tonight. If you don't like it, it's your problem, but I'm going to say it. This is like absolutely vote bank politics going on, because I can give you a second example. It's vote bank politics, obviously it is.
You are indulging in vote bank politics.
Now listen to me, Navaid Hamid, let me give you a second example. Navaid Hamid, let me give you an example. Navaid Hamid, please hear me. Navaid Hamid, please hear me now. There were 2 dreaded criminals. Their names were Rahul Khatta and Bante Balmiki. In June 2015, the Saharanpur police killed them in an encounter, and Gaurav cannot say at that point of time Akhilesh government had just been sworn in. But ask Gaurav Bhatia right now, did he call for a probe into their killing? Or third,
does one wrong justify the other?
What kind of argument is that, sir? Did you? Okay, one wrong.
What kind of argument is that?
Okay, Gaurav, debate is open back again. Okay, fine, let's have everyone on the screen again.
Then it is not required. But the minute it will involve somebody from SIMI, then of course the judicial probe is required.
I think a curse on all the houses.
I will tell you the difference, please.
Yes, John Dayal, what's your point? John Dayal, what's your point?
That is the communal approach that destroys this country.
John Dayal and Nalin Kohli, yes, go on.
And releasing Asim Anand is not a communal approach. Releasing Asim Anand is not a communal approach. Releasing Bhajangi is not a communal approach.
Oh yeah, so therefore something that happens from the court, now the courts are communal. Just because you don't have an argument, now treat the courts as communal. That's the new argument you're bringing. Whenever it suits you, everything will become communal. Only thing you want is some SIMI terrorist, if he goes out, he gets killed in an encounter, which will be eventually proved, whatever has to be proved, that is not communal, because he's from SIMI, right?
Convicts them. They are innocent till
Arey Naved bhai, chhod dijiye. Y'all are absolutely an insult to the constitutional scheme, because y'all will go with the line that Mr. Digvijay Singh will say, communalized terrorism.
No, some of these suspects, SIMI suspects.
Oh yes, you've done studies on the court. So now you are an expert on the court, you are an expert on
No. The point is,
the point
is, should I go to the core of the issue? Navaid Hamid, should I go to the core of the issue? If I can I go to the core of the issue? Can I go to the core of the issue? If you allow me. And I genuinely believe, Mr.
No, you're talking to an expert. He probably is an expert even at times now.
Just one point. I repeat tonight, and for the benefit of our viewers, I repeat once again, the 8 people who had escaped prison and were subsequently gunned down in the encounter were not charged with petty crime. They were suspects of terrorist activities. The charges pressed against these 8 terror suspects are grave and a severe threat to national security. So I'm saying this today, anyone who directly or indirectly supports them or gives them backing is compromising national security. Let there be no question mark.
What about Asim Anand? What about Asim Anand? Arnab?
Okay.
Yeah. Immediately go and pick up another example that's not unrelated. Why don't you simply firstly speak about this issue? Why don't you say that these terrorists were terrorists of heinous crime before you start bringing up all the other things? You will not even condemn the terrorists because you know that is not vote bank politics. It will hurt your interest if you start condemning the terrorists, right?
What is your view on Asim Anand?
No, was Asim Anand in this? Was Asim Anand the man who slit the throat of the cop and went out of the jail? Was Asim Anand the man who was a dreaded terrorist? Was Asim Anand part of a brand organization? Was Asim Anand the man who went to different states? Everything Asim Anand. Draw Asim Anand in. But why don't you condemn the terrorists of the SIMI who was there?
And Supreme Court had released them.
Navaid Hamid.
Tell me, who sword has Asim Anand cut? Asim Anand is released through a court. And the court also you will not accept.
RSN is on the debate. RSN and John Dayal are back on the debate. RSN.
Then the terrorist was not a terrorist.
Yes, RSN. 1 second.
Sir,
yes, RSN.
I invite all of you to depose before the National Human Rights Commission.
One minute.
This is not a TV debate. This is, if you have evidence, please give it to the government.
Okay.
Please give it to the
Okay. Now, is that 1 second, John Dayal, I have a question for you. I have a question for you. John Dayal.
Give it.
John Dayal. But I like this approach. One second. RSN. Just one observation to John Dayal and then you can continue. 1 second. John Dayal, I like this approach.
John.
Now 1 second, RSN. 1 second. I just want to compliment John Dayal. I like his approach.
I want to compliment
Maybe this is the approach that his favorite country, the United States of America, before whom he goes and deposes before their congressional committees and criticizes his own country whose passport he holds. Maybe that is the approach of the United States of America, but unfortunately for John Dayal, it's not. His argument today and the argument of Gaurav Bhatia is that they were under trials. Now you will question the authenticity of the encounter. Talk about them. 1 second, John Dayal, listen, respond to my question. Respond to my question now. I have a question for you right now. John Dayal, remember this, John Dayal. You will question the authenticity of the encounter. Talk about them being under trials, but not say a word about the fact that three of these 8 people had not only escaped from Khandwa jail in 2013, but were actually also planning an attack in Ujjain earlier this year before they were nabbed in Odisha. Since you are saying, and now I come to the nub of the question, since you are saying these people were simply under trials, since you are saying these people were only under trials, one second, and my question then is to Mr. Pathan, because you're not listening to me. Mr. Pathan, listen to me. Mr. Pathan, listen to me. Since you are saying, one second, I haven't finished my question. How can you answer a question that's not been completed?
Answer your question. I want to take your question.
Waris Pathan is taking my question. I'm very happy tonight that everybody wants to take my question. Usually they don't, but my question is to Waris Pathan. Waris Pathan,
another day. This is the last debate.
Waris Pathan, my question is to you.
My humble question is, that my passion and concern is the security of this country. My passion and concern is the respect that is given to the martyrs like Yadav. I mean, these people, can you explain to me, for God's sake, what is your passion and concern? Why are you going overboard today? Why are you people calling names? For whom? For a bunch of terrorists who would have killed your own people, who would have caused so many blasts like Sarojini and Jaipur and at marketplaces. I mean, this concern and passion for whom? This concern and passion is,
unless and until proven guilty by the court of law.
This espionage network that has been busted, it has got huge links with this. It has got huge links with this. A PA of a politician has been apprehended, and you will see that the network, it is much bigger as it comes in the public domain. It is going to come out very soon. Let me tell you. And I again reiterate that the agents of jihadi war and Pakistan-sponsored proxy war in India are the politicians. They have been taking money for electoral purposes from all shady quarters, traveling to Dubai, taking money from these, Lashkar-e-Taiba, the Pakistan's ISI and Dawood Ibrahim.
The court did not declare them terrorists. They were under trial prisoners.
So, again I say, I appeal to my countrymen for the next time that
Mr. Pathan, 1 minute, here's a question. Okay, gentlemen, 1 minute, Mr. Pathan, here's a question to you, Mr. Pathan, 1 second. Please listen to why, just one small question, and I genuinely, RSN, stop. One sec. I have one question to Mr. Pathan. Can I ask the question before all of you come in? John Dayal, I see your hand go up. Gaurav Bhatia, Nalin Kohli, I'm keeping an eye on the screen. Ratan Sharda has spoken very little. I want to go to him as well. I'm going to extend the debate if required. But I have one question here. One question.
I think it is relevant to the debate.
No, one question here. Mr. Pathan, since your basic argument is that they were under trials, let me ask you, and I ask you with all seriousness this question. If Osama bin Laden was an under trial and escaped and was killed on the run in an encounter, would you give Osama bin Laden the benefit of doubt?
See, here we are not giving.
Now you have no answer.
Here we are following law. We say
no. What law? This is the counter to the point.
And until proven guilty by the court of law, they were hardcore criminals. They were languishing in the jail. They were hardcore criminals. I am talking about Bhopal encounter. You are talking about Osama bin Laden. When you want to shift the debate to another subject,
should I come back after a break?
Another subject. Why not talk here? When 8 under trial prisoners were killed by the police. Why not talk here?
I am talking about terrorists. You have a problem. I have a problem with your position. Navaid Hamid, you can attack me as much as you want, but you know this, that I have a problem with the issue of terrorism. Sirajuddin Khademi was a Haqqani network commander who was killed in a US drone strike in June this year. Had he been under trial and was killed in a drone strike when on the run after having killed hundreds of people, would you have given him the benefit of doubt?
Terrorist. He was a known terrorist. He was a known terrorist.
And what is this, an unknown terrorist? I'm sorry.
Violence.
Why are the courts made for?
Okay. So Navaid Hamid, can I say something? I'll take a break and come back into this debate.
Can I come in?
No, 1 second. I'm going to take a break and come back to the debate. But you are saying known terrorist? What do you mean known terrorist? You are going to start a group of celebrity terrorists right now? Unknown terrorists and known terrorists? Terrorist is a terrorist.
Kohli should answer tonight.
Mr. Goswami, I'll need to leave, so can I have a quick comment?
He has to answer, why was no charge sheet filed since 2014? Why couldn't the trial be finished earlier? NIA was investigating, no charge sheet was filed against these accused persons.
Because
is that itself not a serious lapse on part of the NIA?
Why didn't you file a charge sheet against Raja Bhaiya who killed
Okay, Ratan Sharda is responding. Ratan Sharda will respond to Gaurav. Ratan Sharda responding to Gaurav Bhatia, please. Ratan Sharda will respond to that.
Just a quick comment and Ratan ji can speak after that. So that I can just make a last comment. I just want to make a last comment because then I need to move. Ratan ji, I just need to make a last comment, then you can continue with the debate. I need to move. I have a very, what I want to do
Nalin Kohli is responding.
Principle very clearly. You see, Mr. Goswami, just a last comment, Ratan ji, because then I have to leave. And with the permission of the others, it's not any disrespect to anybody. I think let's get the fundamentals clear. Everyone has a right to ask a question. It is not that anyone can ask a question. In the rule of law, if anything is incorrect in law, which includes
you are not answering any of the questions that we have asked.
Taking a break and coming back in a few minutes.
The question here is that even before the matter is
taking a break and coming back in a few minutes tonight. Taking a break. Taking a break and coming back in a few minutes tonight.
And to immediately then try to give it a Hindu-Muslim angle, that is even more dangerous.
No, I'm sorry.
So I think what we need to do,
I'm taking a break and I'm coming back.
Of course there has to be rule of law and each one of us will fight for it.
I'm taking a break and I'm coming back on the other side. I haven't finished the debate, but I want someone to answer my question tonight. Simple question which I have had tonight. If Osama bin Laden was an under trial and escaped, would Navaid Hamid have given him the benefit of doubt? That's my question. Navaid Hamid has to respond to that question and Ratan Sharda will respond. I'm back in a few minutes. The debate is on. The debate is on. Back in a few minutes on debate number 1 tonight. Just a few minutes, Navaid Hamid. Just a few minutes. Okay, we're going back to debate number 1 and going to spend about 10 minutes on debate number 1. And I don't know why I'm not getting an answer to my question. Why am I not getting an answer to my question, Navaid Hamid? Why instead are you attacking me personally? My question is that if Osama bin Laden was an under trial and escaped and was killed on the run in an encounter, would you give him the benefit of doubt? It's a simple question.
Arnab, it's not question of attacking you personally. Don't take it personally. Now, what I say is that it's a crazy question. It's a crazy comparison.
It's not a crazy question at all.
Osama was propped up and trained by America to fight Russia in Afghanistan. And he also has waged a war, open war against American interests.
And what were these people?
Not only in Afghanistan, but also in Pakistan.
So what about these case? What about these people? They were count one point. Navaid Hamid. Who were these 8 people who were killed? They were NGO activists.
Is SIMI a democratic institution, Mr. Navaid?
What you said?
Okay, one second. Ratan Sharda is asking counter to you as well. Yes, Ratan Sharda.
Mr. Navaid, SIMI was banned by the government of India.
Agreed.
It is not a charity organization.
Agreed.
So you have no excuse for defending SIMI.
Let me respond. Let me respond, Mr. Tata. Let me respond.
You are assuming that video
in past, number of people who have been arrested in number of states, and highest numbers were in Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, and Rajasthan. In name of SIMI, they have been released by high courts and Supreme Courts. High courts and Supreme Court. They have spent 10, 12, 15, 18 years in jail.
Organization?
And in this case also, Mr. Tata, can you listen to me? Can you allow me to speak? Can you allow me to complete, Mr. Tata? Can you allow me to complete? Can you allow me to complete?
Courts upheld SIMI's ban. Remember
Can you allow me to complete? Can you allow me to complete?
And all your people who are killed,
can you allow me to
who had
complete?
cases against them. Terror on the
Can
killing of the police.
Can you allow me to complete or not?
Robbery, all the cases on them.
Can you allow
breaking the
me
jail.
to complete or not?
All these cases that you call them innocent. What kind of argument you make?
This is
So you will assume innocence even if there are charge sheets against them.
Why Supreme
And you will
Court
talk
and
of
High
Hindu
Court
terror without
in
charge
past,
sheets.
Hundreds of you.
Okay, watch it.
You are just hiding your
Also on the debate.
reading law.
Also on the debate, Waris Pathan. Waris Pathan is on the debate. Waris Pathan. Waris Pathan.
For 14, 15 years.
Waris Pathan.
Mr. Sharda, we are saying...
Tell them I'm back.
Mr. Pathan will only respect judiciary
Waris Pathan and
if it goes
RSN.
in
Let's
favor of
make
their
my
own
point.
people.
Waris Pathan and
One
RSN.
minute.
He
The
will
police
not
could have
respect
arrested
judiciary.
them.
If judiciary
Just say one thing, the police could have arrested them.
then
Why
they
not
will call him
arrest
in
them?
of religion.
They killed them.
Waris
They should have
Pathan
brought
was
them
example.
to the court of law. Follow the guidelines of the Supreme Court. Follow the due process of law. Put them in highest
No,
prison.
I have with me today
Guard them
Waris
24 hours. And don't be so lethargic. Because of the-
Waris Pathan.
Your non-governance, this thing has happened, sir. Because of your non-governance,
Waris
such
Pathan,
kind of
I have
things
something
happen in
very
our
important
country.
to share with our viewers right now. I have something very important to share with our viewers, which is important in the context of what we are talking about.
Right.
There is a message, there is a security message for US citizens that has come from the US Embassy in New Delhi, dated November 1st, 2016. This says that recent Indian media reports indicate ISIL's desire, they refer to ISIS as ISIL of course, desire to attack targets in India. The US Embassy warns of an increased threat to places in India frequented by Westerners such as religious sites, markets and festival venues. All US citizens should maintain a high level of vigilance, etc., etc. And they talk about worldwide caution. You know, this is a very serious alert. By the way, it comes from your favorite country, John Dayal. The United States of America, okay?
No.
No, let me complete. No, let me complete my point. Let me complete my point. I should not.
They get from the newspaper.
I am making a point here. My point is, I have a problem.
Arnab.
I have a problem and I should not be heckled now, Navaid Hamid. You're a very senior man, I am not, but every time I'm saying something, you're just jumping in and trying to stop me from speaking. So Navaid Hamid, hear me this. I have a serious problem today. That in this country, and Gaurav Bhatia, I know I see you there, I'm going to come to you, but this question goes to Waris Pathan and RSN can respond, then I'm coming to you. My problem is with parties like the All India AIMIM, which have offered legal assistance to ISIS terror suspects. They claim to condemn the ISIS RSN Singh, but when it comes to those suspected of links with the ISIS, or inspired by the ISIS, they don't hesitate in offering them legal aid instead of asking for a strong crackdown against terrorism. And is it a coincidence, Waris Pathan, that you are now talking about a judicial probe in this
Mr.
case?
Goswami, in the Constitution it is written that a person who is arrested should be provided with a legal aid. So what if you provide legal aid? Because so many under-trial cases are languishing in jails for so many years. They are not getting trials.
Exploiting the law. You are exploiting democracy to have your own say.
The law says so. Constitution, it is written that every person who is arrested.
Law also says police has a...
Ratan Sharda.
What is your theory of nationalism? I don't understand, Mr. Goswami.
No, you don't understand. You don't understand it. You don't understand it for a simple reason.
If we go against the BJP, we become anti-national.
You don't understand it. You don't understand it for a simple reason. Because when I put the facts to you and the facts counter you, you know that you are being thoroughly exposed on the program tonight, and I need to ask my counter question, and you will try and stop me because you know you won't be able to respond. Is it a coincidence that you're talking about a judicial probe in this incident with your party chief having referred to himself as Ishrat Chauhan's brother in parliament in June 2014 before those remarks had to be expunged? This was despite David Coleman Headley's confession before the NIA, which nailed her as an LET operative. Do you ever think of the consequences of what you say and do? Do you ever think of the consequences, or is it just politics for you?
No, if the
vote bank politics all the way.
is purportedly seen as a fake encounter, do we not as a citizen of this country have a right to ask for a judicial probe?
And when the facts
investigate into so many matters,
and when the facts,
right as a layman of this country to ask for a probe and find the guilty persons who are involved in this heinous act? Do you want them to go scot-free?
Well,
why? They could have arrested taken them to court. They did not follow the guidelines of the Supreme Court. Mr. Goswami, the Supreme Court guidelines is flouted by the MP government and the BJP.
Mr. Pathan, RSN is responding. I'm running over time on this debate, but you must know this, that people linked to SIMI were involved in the Mumbai train bombings of 2006, in which 189 Indians were killed, more than 800 injured. People returning home from work in our local trains were targeted in these bombings. Have you forgotten that?
Give them a fair trial.
There is a fair trial. You are now being facetious. RSN is responding that we are closing debate number 1 tonight.
Let the evidence.
Let the viewers decide if you've been able to put a convincing argument.
Not this way, Mr. Arnab Goswami. Not this way.
RSN is responding. RSN.
Arnab, the crux. Arnab, the crux of the matter is that we are in the throes of a jihadi war, and which is a outcome or a product of Wahhabism. Nobody, no sane person on this the country can deny that we have been swept off by this wave of Wahhabism, which has radicalized people, which has turned people, youth into proxies. It has also turned politicians into proxies. But let me again tell you that the political class here, or some political parties you have mentioned, they are not doing it for electoral gains, because the electoral gains are very, very limited. They are beholden to their masters across the border, because in the past they have been receiving lot of benefaction and
John Dayal
and financing.
John Dayal, Gaurav Bhatia,
they are being blackmailed. So please don't confuse it. These extra votes are there. They know it. This is nobody can be propagating a sinking ideology. And that is why these fellows...
Election Commission must take notice.
Do you think that Congress party take direction from Islamabad? This is absurd. Do you think left parties take direction from Islamabad? This is absurd.
This is a very serious charge.
Every political party in India is questioning this encounter.
When this whole spy network comes out...
No.
Political interests of BJP.
Sir, then why do you question
Navaid Hamid.
Why did you say...
Now you're going away from the subject. RSN also stay focused on the subject. RSN stay focused on the subject. RSN stay focused on the subject. Stay focused on the subject.
You, sir, when... David Headley's wife has said that her husband did Samjhauta Express. Why are you so desperate, sir, to say that an Indian has done it? Give me one reason. You should be speaking for your own Indian.
Okay, now, come back to the subject. Navaid Hamid and RSN. We are extending this debate. Navaid Hamid and RSN. Please remain focused on the subject and debate at hand. Gentlemen, remain focused on the debate at hand. Think of the consequence of what we say and do. This is just one point, please. Just one point.
Before they speak, please ask Gaurav Bhatia, did Samajwadi Party...
I've been watching this debate very, very patiently.
Did they not try to...
Ratan Sharda ji, please allow me to make my comment.
I have one...
Please Gaurav Bhatia to speak on terrorism.
Yeah. Arnab,
they try to get all the people released.
Ratan ji, please allow me to make my point. I heard you patiently. Please allow me. I request you. Arnab, I just wish to ask you, today you are saying...
So Gaurav ji, जवाब दीजिए ना, आपने सिमी के टेररिस्ट को क्यों छुड़ाना चाहा?
I remember...
Why did Samajwadi Party try to release them? Please tell me.
एक मिनट, थोड़ा सा. रतन जी, एक मिनट चुप हो सकते हैं. मैं अपनी बात रख लूं. Arnab, today you are questioning the authenticity of these videotapes. I remember...
No, I'm not questioning. I'm not questioning. I am not questioning. No. One second.
Audio tape of alleged audio tape of Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav When you said that he is threatening Mr. Amitabh Thakur, that was an audio tape. You never brought the question of authenticity. We had a long debate on that.
Since the discussion
why are you going so soft on the BJP?
No, since the question
BJP is the only
Gaurav, listen. Gaurav, now Gaurav, listen to me. Gaurav, listen to me. The problem with your approach. Now you ask me a question. Now respond to me. The problem. Now Gaurav, you have asked. You made a point. I didn't. Did I shout over you when you were speaking? I didn't. No. 1 second. Gaurav Bhatia. Did I shout over you when you were speaking? No. So now you need to listen to me as well. The point is very simple. I am looking at the facts of this specific case, and the facts before me say, and listen to me, that 3 of the people who were gunned down had not broken out of jail for the first time. They were involved in the 2013 Khandwa jailbreak. Then, given the fact that these men allegedly belong to a banned outfit, and amidst a terror alert received by the Madhya Pradesh Home Ministry, should the Madhya Pradesh police, amidst a terror alert, simply have waited and watched?
With impunity.
Now the second point is that these terror suspects use sharp objects and glass shards to slit the throat of the head constable in what appears to be a strategic jailbreak with the specific purpose of carrying out a bigger terrorist strike. Should the police have sat back? Should the police have sat back? And let me ask you the question. Let me ask you the question now. Let me ask you the question. Had this happened in Uttar Pradesh and not in Madhya Pradesh, would your police have sat back and done nothing?
Not at all.
Then what are you talking about?
Duty. But at the same time, Arnab,
and are you aware also, Gaurav, listen. Gaurav, one more point. Gaurav, one more point to you, please. One more point. You are surely aware that 3 of the men who were gunned down are the same men who were part of a gang that carried out a blast on the Bangalore-Guwahati train that caused a casualty, and the same men who were responsible for the blast in the parking lot of police stations in Pune. You want these dangerous people. No, how do you want these people to be treated?
I filed the charge sheet.
Pardon me?
Why did we not expedite the trial?
No.
We failed there. We failed the people of the country because we could not file the charge sheet.
So what your basic argument is, what your basic argument therefore is, let's come to a crisp consensus on the subject, Gaurav.
Yes.
Let's 1 second. Last question. Gaurav, listen. I never leave a question unanswered. So Gaurav, 1 second. Let's come to a crisp consensus on the subject today. We are a country which is facing terror attacks, which is terror threats. Some of the men gunned down today are men who were charged with involvement in the blasts in Bijnor and Burdwan in Bengal. And you cannot give these people the benefit of doubt. That's all. Terrorists cannot be given the benefit of doubt. Simple.
A magisterial inquiry has to be ordered, and an FIR has to be registered.
Well, if you think
that is the law of the land.
If you believe that because the judicial system may be slow and not up to speed and it may take time, security forces should take a back seat. I completely disagree with you.
Because I feel Madhya Pradesh government is completely responsible.
Okay, Navaid Hamid was the last word. Navaid Hamid, Ratan Sharda, RSN Singh.
Madhya Pradesh government had done its duty.
Let's say we agree to disagree on this.
I have a question.
Let's say we agree to disagree. I need to go to debate number 2.
Whatever you said might be true, but they were only charges, number 1.
Navaid Hamid.
Ask Mr. Tata. Can you please ask Mr. Tata to listen to my
Hindu terrorists? You don't answer any questions. You are just raising noise.
Arnab, whatever you said might be true, but they are only charges, until proven in court.
Okay.
And then my understanding and my reading and my reports are that most of them are going to be freed by the courts. And
how do you know that? How do you know that? Sorry. No, I'm sorry. I take serious objection to what you're saying. No. Sorry, Navaid Hamid, how do you have advance information of what the courts are going to do? How do you have advance information of what the courts are going to do? How can you impute what the courts are going to do? How do you know?
How you can impute that they are terrorists?
No. 1 second.
How you can impute that they are terrorists?
No. The question is, okay. So one factual point. One factual point.
That you are trying to influence the judiciary. Is he trying to influence the judiciary?
You know, the pace,
If
the
anybody
pace
else has
in
said
which
it,
You don't believe in the
if anybody
judiciary.
else had said it,
You don't believe in the judiciary.
I think Mr. Tata,
so here is
don't revoke.
Closing debate number one.
Police, he's passing
trigger
judgment on UP police. He's passing judgment on Chennai blast.
Closing debate number one, and one
yes,
factual
relax.
point at the end. One factual point at the end, and I'm pointing this out. One of the SIMI suspects who was gunned down was allegedly named for plotting against a former union minister, and you still believe this operation should not have occurred? I find this bizarre.
Then kill all the terrorists that you have in your jails.
Why
don't you kill all the terrorists?
Well, you know what?
What about Asim
You know what?
Anand?
With the,
What about Asim Anand Arnab? Why don't you have debate on that?
Was the group member Abdul Majid an expert in was the group member Abdul Majid an expert in rod bombs? Do you know what damage rod bombs can cause?
He surrendered.
Do you know what damage rod bombs can cause?
Are you going to kill all the suspects?
How would you want terrorists to be treated? You want them to be given? I'm sorry, Navaid Hamid. If you feel terrorists should be given a guard of honor, I disagree with you.
In asking
If you
the
believe-
Supreme Court or the sitting High Court,
If you
judge
think
to have
they should be hanged without a trial, I disagree with you.
In this stage encounter.
Navaid Hamid, I'll give you the profile of all these people and the terrorist attacks that they've done. Maybe then you will regret trying to build a case for it. I thank you all for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight. Debate number 2 is coming up in a few minutes.